California, who joins us now from Santa Barbara. So, I'm not going to play any sound bites from Ahmadinejad. I could, but he's a loon, you know? I just don't want to hear from him anymore. But how do you evaluate his presence in the USA this week?
First off, I want to say, since Morris has been on, just during that last segment with Sabato and Rasmussen, Morris has written another book. It's a kid's book.
Just in the 7 minutes that we,
It's a kid's book. It's called Dubs Humps a Chopper. It's about a helicopter, too. Listen, every time I turn... Are you okay, Billy?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'll tell you at the end of the segment.
Now, here's the thing about Aqua Velvejad. Every time I turn around, I got Corporal Klinger's lighting stand in lecturing down at Feztown. And you know something? I heard a rumor that he likes the gefilte fish at the Carnegie Deli. I think this guy's hiding something. I think he has a little dreidel in him, Billy. But I'll tell you what, I like the UN because he stands in front of that green marble towel. And you know, every time I watch this pig speak in New York, I want to take a shower. So that's very apropos. The UN is useless. It's dirtbag countries send their best guy here. That's what you get in a dirtbag country. If you're the best guy, you get to move out of the dirtbag country and go live in New York and beat parking tickets. And you know what? They had to take it out of New York, rotate it like a volleyball game. It's a jerkwater organization. Open it up in Port-au-Prince. Send these guys down there. And then move them over to Darfur. Let them see the troubled spots in the world. Don't see the Lower East Side of Manhattan where they're playing big guys. Now listen, I didn't like Aqua Velvejad speak, but I thought the president made a silly, silly error when he delivered his speech in Farsi, Billy. I think that spent the wrong message.
Yeah, but he wanted, the Farsi was the outreach. He said he wants to outreach to the Persian people, and Farsi, of course, the language of Iran. All right, now I'm glad you brought the president up because there is a possibility. We won't know until after that. I think the first debate is the big one a week from tonight. And the governor really has to come out smoking. But if the president does well in debates, he'll probably win the election. And what do you see for the country then, looking ahead, if Mr. Obama does win?
On November 7th, he'll start telling you, if he wins, that it's going to take 9 years to get us out of the situation Bush put us in. That's what will start the next day, because this thing's going nowhere, and that's all he got is pushing it down the road. Now, here's what I would suggest. If Barack Obama wins again and you're making $45,000 a year out there, you should quit, because you're busting your hump, and there's somebody who's going to make 40 who's not going to bust their hump. And I would just tell, I always think in Ahmadie Schlei's book, The Forgotten Man, where she talks about everybody thinks the forgotten man is the guy who's doing poorly. No, it's the forgotten man is the guy who these people want to take care of the guy who's doing poorly. I would tell people, really, you know, Nancy Pelosi always says, if we pass Obamacare, take the afternoon off, learn an instrument and all that, I would tell somebody, if you're working 40 to 60 hours a week to feed your family and Barack Obama wins, quit. Get in the other line, enjoy your life a little.
All right, so you're saying that you'd probably make almost as much money through government largesse, through benefits, through welfare, whatever it may be. So why kill yourself for $50K or whatever it might be? Get on the dole. But, you know, most Americans wouldn't do that because most Americans have some dignity. And even if they're not making a lot of money, they want to work for what they're given. See, I think...
If he wins, Billy, if he wins November 6th, you think that still holds true?
I do. I think 30% of us will take what they can get. And I think 70% of us use the system when they have to, but don't want it. Because everybody knows if you're on the dole, you're on the dole. You can't cut it yourself. I mean, this is.
I feel bad for the guy who's 5K ahead of the guy on the dole and busted his hump. That's who I feel bad for.
I respect that guy, though. I really respect that guy.
Well, that's
and my
the guy
father
who
was one of those guys, you know, not making a lot of money, had the job, but he never would have taken a dime.
Billy, half of life is showing up. Those guys show up. I admire them immensely, too. Obviously, this is a Swiftian proposal, like Jonathan Swift.
Yeah, we understand you operate under the umbrella of satire, just as Mr. Swift did back in Ireland centuries ago. Now, Miller is a football guy. He did Monday Night.